Hi everyone, happy Friday. It's a very special Friday today because it's a Super Savers Friday, which we bring to you most months, I think it's every month, but we've got some fantastic deals on some really good products. So joining me on the show today we have Emily, who will be doing all of the switchboard stuff, making sure that we're still live and everything's going to plan. And then in the demonstration station, Sheila's back.
Hello,
Yay!
everybody. Hello.
So we're going to get some good demonstrations from Sheila today, using some good products.
Yeah.
Some good products.
Yeah.
So Throwback Thursday was yesterday, and we had our little book of mum mantras on offer at just £4.99, and that offer is going to run through all the way until Monday. So if this is something that you're interested in getting, it's perfect for Mother's Day, which is coming up shortly. Then this is the time to do it. I'm going to flick through it because some of the things on here are really, really good. So the first one is, when people tell me I'm turning into my mum, I take that as a compliment. Very, very funny. Then you have mum, a title just above queen. We've got mother. Let's do this and then I can read it. A person with the ability to detect a lie, hear the smallest of noises, and see out of the back of their head. That is so true.
Yeah.
There's some great ones though. Ones with wine on, ones with yoga. So they're perfect little sort of sayings that are really, really good for Mother's Day, which is coming up. But at £4.99, it's just perfect for all occasions, maybe birthdays. This is going to work if you just add a little die on there as well. The owl. I love this one as well. This one's hilarious. My kids call it yelling when I raise my voice. I call it motivational speaking for the selected listeners. Yeah, it's great. It's great. We've got some more on here. What this one says, silence is golden. Unless you have kids, then silence is suspicious. They are really, really great. But there's lots of different themes as well. Some of them are quite quirky, some of them are quite different, some of them are really floral and nice. So there's ones in there that are going to suit all different types of mums. But £4.99, and that's on offer until Monday. The next thing to tell you is today is Tell a Fairy Tale Day. Now, we were just talking about this because there is literally a day for everything, isn't there?
Yeah.
And I don't know where they come from. But today is Tell a Fairy Tale Day. So check out the hub because there's some inspirational makes on there and some information about the day as well, which is quite nice. So if you've got something to do today, head over to the hub and have a look at that. Win It weekly competition. It's Friday today, so we're going to announce the winners of our competition. So today's winners, there's going to be 5 of you, and you are going to win the Filigree Flowers stamp collection. They're worth £24, but you're going to get them completely free. There's still a chance to enter if you want to enter. All you have to do is like, share and comment on this video with what is the symbolic colour of a Lent. Is it A, red, B, violet or C, gold? So get your answers in. You've got around 45 minutes before we're going to reveal the winners on that one. So get your answers in to the question for you to be in with a chance of winning these really, really nice stamps. Now, now we've gone through all the due diligence, we can get on with the show. So as always, Super Savers is that time of the month where we bring you the biggest deals on some of the best products, which means you are going to get some incredible sort of essentials today at the lowest prices that we can bring to you. So let's go straight into it. First of all, we have our essential card bundle. Now this is limited stock. So this is our bundle here, and you're going to get in this bundle, you're going to get watercolour card, you're going to get Ink Me card, and you're going to get black stamping card. So if you're a stamper, if you're an inker, if you like to make projects like that, then this is going to be a great bundle for you to buy. It's limited stock, there's not much of this left already, but it's a huge saving. So you're getting this for £10. So it's 100 sheets of cardstock. I have it all here. 100 sheets where you get, you've got your Ink Me, you've got watercolour card, and your black stamping card. It's a crazy bundle, but while this is at a price that it is a great time to get it because you use all of these all of the time. I know I do. These are probably the 3 most essential cardstocks I use when I'm stamping or inking or creating backgrounds. It's great quality. You've got our Ink Me, you've got our watercolour card, which really works well with our pens and our pencils because it holds the water, and then you've got the black stamping card for which is nice to heat emboss on actually. So that's our first deal. It is limited stock. Do you reckon that there's going to be any of this left by the end of the day, Emily? No, it's super limited. So if you want to get it, go.
The price,
I know. Yeah, the price is mega, isn't it?
We did it once like this probably, I want to say about 6 months ago or something.
It wasn't long ago.
Yeah, I was on with Dan. I was like, I have to buy some of that straight away. He's like, you can take some. I was like, I really need to go get some. And I did buy a pack straight away. But like I say, it does go. And it's just one of those, even though I'm not crafting at home very often, if I do work from home, I just go and grab some if I'm stamping or anything because it's got that whole mix of card in it. I do go and grab some of it. So.
It's great. So make sure you get that and act fast because it's not going to be around for long at all. The next product we have to show you is our inverted corner punch. So this one's quite cool. It just cuts the corners off your projects and gives them sort of like a really fancy frame edge. So thinking about your vintage labels, your frames and bits and pieces like that, this is the type of that's what this is going to create. You're going to be able to punch your card and it's going to remove that little edge from it and give you a really nice sort of like semicircle. Did you?
Yeah, there's the pink one there.
Oh, here we go. I didn't even see them. So you get a really nice sort of like circular edge there. So you can make loads and loads of different things with this. But what a great price, £4.99. And punches are essential. You always need punches in your life, 100%. The next 3 are super exciting as well. Let's get them all because these are great. So we've got our fancy edged tag punch. So these are whopper punches. These are £8.99 instead of £14.99. You can cut your strips to 2.5 inches, 2 inches and 1.5, and then they fit in the grooves that you have in your punches. You can see them there when I lift it up, and then you just slot it up and it gives you this really nice rounded edge. And another thing that you can do as well is if you switch this over and punch the other side, you can make really nice sort of like centre pieces to go on your card with your sentiments on. So not just for tags in regards to for presents, for loads of different things like that, for gifts. You can also use this in your card making and make some really nice images. So that's your fancy edge tag punch. The next one is our straight edge tag punch, and this gives you the really nice straight edged effect. It's very clean, very crisp. I can promise you that you would not be able to do this on a trimmer, no matter how mathematically able you were. you would struggle to get this perfect.
Yeah, you would. Yeah,
you really would.
Yeah, I make tags all the time. I did one yesterday, and honestly, I was at home doing it, and I could not get those edges straight. And I thought, if only I'd got the tag punch, I would have been able to do it. But it's because you've got those kind of little
notches.
Yeah, those little notches on the end. You would never get those even with scissors, or like you say, with the cutter. You just wouldn't, would you?
You really wouldn't. And again, this one, you can cut your strips to 3 different sizes. So you have 2.5, 2, and 1.5 inches. So there's lots of room for sort of like the different sizes that you want to do with that, which is great. And then finally, we have everyone's favourite. I'm surprised we even have this in stock, because I know that this one is the first one to sell out always. Is our banner punch strips. Great for making bunting. Great for adding to your cards, to your home decor projects. You've got the 3 different sizes there, so you can make them at 3 different lengths, but it gives you this great sort of fishtail edge to your banners, which I think is quite nice, because some banners are the other way around. You get sort of like the V-shaped banners, but this one cuts out that perfect fishtail edge every time. All those punches. Is this offer going to be until Monday, Emily? How long have we got Super Savers on for? We'll find it out. Anyway, £8.99, so you need to get them while you can, because it's Super Savers and it doesn't stick around for long. So make sure you get that. The last thing to show you before we head over to Sheila is our Premier Craft Tools ink pad bundle. So this is the original colours that you get here. And you get the incredible crafting handbook 4 with lots of inspiration for how to get the best out of your ink pads. This was £100. £100 this was supposed to be, but it's $39.99. Now, are these in the building, Emily? Are we sending these out now?
3rd of March.
The 3rd of March. So these are on a pre-order basis. So you can buy them now. And they will be guaranteed to go out to you when they arrive to us on the 3rd of March. Obviously, we've got a little bit of delay with getting some products to us because of COVID and all the different rules and regulations that have come into place now. So these are on a pre-order basis, but £40 for the whole collection is incredible. I don't think that it's ever been this low. But not only do you get all the ink pads, you get this fantastic book too. Which has so much inspiration on maybe how you can blend your colours, what colours work really nicely together if you're wanting to create ombre backgrounds, which I think is really important actually, because it gives you the knowledge that's right there. You don't have to test things, waste paper out, you know what's going to work. Creating backgrounds using things you have in your house, maybe some string, some ribbon, some toilet rolls. It's crazy. You can craft with anything, using embossing folders, creating bokeh backgrounds, using our dimensional domes to make really nice patterns as well, heat embossing. There's absolutely loads of things, and then in the back you've got some projects which you can actually use the instructions to follow to make yourself. So that's what you're going to be getting for $39.99. It's the full collection of 36 inks and the amazing handbook. But let's head over to Sheila, because she's going to do a pretty cool demonstration using all of the products I've just shown you.
Okay, so when we get here in the morning, we find out what we're doing. It sometimes is a challenge, because we, as you just seen with Natalie there, we've not got anything with sentiments on or anything like that in this first demonstration. So the only thing I'm not going to use, I think, there is from that is the ink pads, which I'm going to incorporate later on in a demo. So we're going to use the punches, we're going to use some of the lovely black and white card. What I'm going to do first of all, as Natalie said, you can use the punches. I've got all 3 of them here. With strips of card or pieces of card that measure 1.5 inches, 2.5 inches, 2 inches and 2.5 inches. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut some strips first of all to the corresponding sizes. So we're using a piece of the black here. I've cut that at 2.5 inches, and then I'm going to cut a piece of our lovely Ink Me to 2 inches. Oh, I've not, that's actually 1.5, that one. So let me redo that because I need to alternate the colours. So we're going to go 2 inches, and then we'll bring a black strip back into it as well. Let's just pop that there because I don't need that for a minute. So we will do a 1.5 inch strip with the black. And I'm just going to show you a couple of little ideas of things first. So let's grab these. So we've got 3 strips now. We've got 1.5, 2, 2.5. So obviously, if I put these on top of each other like that, they are going to all sit nicely and evenly. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to take, first of all, I'm going to take the tag, the straight edge tag punch first. Okay, so you will find with the punches, if you've not used them or you've not bought these before, they're really, really cool to use. Really easy because there's like a step down from each measurement. So if we put the 1.5 inch strip in there and push it up as far as you can, you'll feel a little bit of resistance, and then we're going to press that down. That will give you the straight edge here. Now it's different each time just because of the way, or because of the size. So let's see. So you're not going to get just one simple design. You're going to get, I thought it was important to show you this because it's kind of really, really clever. And look at these little bits that come out as well. These are really fun, I think. You could do something really fun with those. Maybe by putting them back onto your tags that you've just punched. Now what you can do, you can in fact layer them up like this, because all your edges are the same and all the angles are the same. So you can see now how they will work together. Now if I cut these, and I'm going to cut all 3 of them now to the same size. So I'm going to do them all together, I think, just so that I know they're all the same length. And then what we'll do is we will chop the other end. So I'm going to go, this is going to be about 7 inches here. So let's just grab that down there. I'll slice that up. Okay, so get rid of that one and that one. So let's put them back in. So the short one here will go into there like that. There we go. So we get that nice little straight edge on there. The 2 inch one will go into here, and it's really nice how they just sit in that little stepped area. Now I'm struggling a little bit just because I'm quite high up, and normally I'm very short, as you know, so when I do this at my desk is lower and I stand up. I'm on high still today, it's a high counter, so let's see now if this has worked. Yes, it has. So you can see now that you can actually make like a door plaque or something with a name on, so you can kind of make it, you'd not have any idea that that was a punch. So let's layer these on top of each other with a bit of construction glue, just so you get an idea. So you could actually personalize these. You might want to put them above your dog's kennel. You could put the name on and then laminate them so they're fine for outside for a while. You could put them maybe on if you've got big storage boxes, you could put like winter shoes, winter boots, things like that, jumpers.
That would be super cool, like little labels.
Yeah, it would be quite nice, wouldn't it? Again, it might be an incentive for you, until your kids are back at school, to go, right, we're going to have a good tidy in your bedroom, and why don't we make some labels? If they don't like tidying the bedrooms, you can get them onto it and go, okay, well, we're going to get the big punch and we're going to make some labels. You can write your own labels. Okay, so we've got that one there. So that's just one little thing you can do. I'm not going to do anything else with that because I think, you can kind of do that in different colours. You can do it in mirror. You could have it that way, make them into bookmarks. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to show you, let's put that to one side. So what I want to do now is show you with the other punch here that we've got. So I'm going to chop this to 2.5. So this is the fancy edge punch. Right, so I'm going to just get my extension arm out here, and I'm going to cut this in half. So with what I'm going to do first, make it easier, A4 odd measurements, so we're going to cut it to 28, and then what I'll do is I'll cut this to 14. Okay, so we know that these two, oh, my blade dropped off there. That happened to you last week, didn't it, Natalie?
Yeah.
It disappeared under the...
Yeah, we still don't know where it was. We never found it.
It just like got up and walked away. I'm like, where's it gone?
Found
It just
it.
went, I'm not even put it back in there. Let's pop that back in. There we go. If you've never changed the blade, the easiest way to do it is to kind of pull these apart and slot it back in. There we go. So with these, a nice little thing to do. So we've changed the punch now. We've got onto the fancy edge punch. Okay, I've probably gone, that's my fault. I'm a fraction over 2.5 there, I think. So that's not a problem. And then we'll do the next one. I can see I'm slightly over the ridge there, but that one's worked out okay. So what we can do now, if you are someone that likes to make shaped cards, or you like to make little albums, then why not do this? In fact, I'm just thinking of something else why I'm doing this. In fact, I'm gonna do something else. Let me change this. Let me change this and show you, because I want to show you on this. As Natalie said, you can make bunting as well, which is really quite nice to do. But the other thing you can do, if you wanted to, you can make shaped cards with them as well. So if you wanted to make a card, and I am reckoning this will stand up, if I score them down, let's score it down kind of there, like that. All right, so we've got a nice score mark there. If we now take the glue and glue this bit, you can pop that onto there. Okay, so that should, in theory, stand up with the pointy end at the bottom, like that. Yes, it does. So again, with things like this, you can make it as a little shaped card. You could do it as maybe something on a table at a wedding.
Yeah, I was just thinking it looks like a really nice table place.
Yeah, like a place card. You could do it that way as well, to become a place card. You could just use it as a nice tag if you wanted to. The other thing you can do as well, so I'm going to just show you another little thing with the with that fancy edge punch again. If we cut it to, okay, 2.5, and another one the same size to 2.5, and then another one to 2.5, and these are just little ideas that you might want to do. You might not be a card maker, so you might be someone that likes to make little albums. So what you can do here, again, so we've got 4 pieces there. So if we take the fancy edged one, and if we punch the edge of that one, okay, like that one, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to trim off the end of this one, which is, let's tell you what it is in inches, it's about 4.5. So what I'm going to do is trim that to, no it's not, it's 4.25. We're going to go to 4. Okay. And we'll punch that one. Okay. And then we're going to go to this one, which we will cut at 3. What did I say that one was? 4.25. So we need to do 3 3/4 on this one. And then we'll punch that one. And then for the last one, we'll do 3 and what was 3 3/4. We're going to do 3.5. Punch that one as well. And now you've got 2 options of what you do here. You can either put these together like this, so you could score them down this end, glue them all together, and then you've got 4 pages. And again, you can add others in between, you can make loads of them, or you can put them together that way, score them here and glue them so they're all together, and then you've got pages that go that way. So again, it just gives you a little bit of variation. I quite like them.
I quite like it the other way, with the other bits on.
With these like this?
Yeah,
do you reckon?
And then you could put like little ribbons on for each.
Yeah, definitely.
Each one, and then they're easier to sort of.
Yeah. So if we score them
through.
now, put them all together like this.
Lots of people are joining us today, and lots of people have the answer right to the competition question.
Ah.
Lots of people have that answer right.
I have no idea. I have no idea what it is. I'm kind of guessing, obviously. If you don't know what it is, then it's a guess, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I know what I would guess with. Right, so let's get a bit of glue on here. And you can use tape if you want to. I'm just using glue for now. It's quick.
We double checked as well how long that these Super Savers offers are on for, and they're going to be available until Friday the 5th of March. So you have from this Friday to next Friday to pick up these incredible deals. So I would definitely I'd definitely get some of them straight away, because that cardstock that we showed you earlier on that Sheila's using now, that's not going to be around for long because it's already limited stock. But some of the items, maybe hang around, because there might be some other things that you want to add
Of course. Now I'm just going back here and grabbing some of the bits that I cut from the other punches and putting them on here like this. So let's grab as well. You get as well, when you punch them, you get the tiny little bits that pop out, like the little circles and things. So again, you can do that. I'm just thinking, can we use one of the black bits from here? So we could put that on there, that way, or we could put it that way, like that. And then we could use, let's put some of these dots on the end here, just to give it a little bit of a difference. So we could put one on there, and we've got another one here, and one on here, like that. And then I think we might put that one on as well, just to make it a little bit crazy. And it's kind of mirroring what we've already done. So again, you might look at this and think, you know what, I could do such a thing with that. That would match with maybe something you've got in your house. So again, we're just mirroring this now. But these are all little bits, and if you do it in black and white, it really is quite
it's really nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and it's just plain, really. So you've got your tiny little album that you can see there now from the front, which again, or you can use it that way. You can hang it up. You might want to put reminders on it, things like that. You've got your little card. Let's get my glue out of the way. So you've got your little card that you could do that way. You can do it that way, which mirrors things. I think the punches are really, really good. I love them. You can do so much with them.
You really can.
Again, great for little albums, great for putting photographs onto.
You've got the plaque as well that you did the first one.
Oh gosh, yeah. I knew there was something else as well. We've got the plaque as well.
I really like that, because you've got the layers, you've got the matting and layering, so you can add Miri on there.
Yeah.
But like you say, adding some ribbon to that, you've got a plaque straight away.
Definitely. Get your
They're
punches,
so
have some fun, and the tools as well. So you can just keep them and keep them on your desk. You'd be surprised how much you are going to actually use those.
It's crazy, isn't it? But they're so useful. There's so many things that you can do with them. It's really cool. We've got some more items that we're going to run through, and this one is, I'm super excited that this is on Super Savers, because people have talked about it recently when we've done shows and things, and it is a pricey option, but when you can get it on a great deal, it's the time to do it. So this is our large paper trimmer, which is just amazing. This is my favourite thing to use. I know Sheila loves the guillotine, but the trimmer is definitely my favourite. So you've got the little hold here at the top to hang this up if you like to keep everything nice and stored. You've got an extendable arm on this side which pops out, which means that you can measure up to 17 inches. So if you want to do larger projects, you're making large boxes with your A3 adorable scorable, you can use this as well. This handy little thing here sort of clips and holds your paper down really nicely. And then the most important thing is these blades. These blades are great. You've got little notches on these so you can make aperture cards from your trimmer. You can do absolutely loads. It cuts probably through adorable scorable definitely 2 times. So you can have two sheets of adorable scorable. It's going to cut straight through them. 3 times you might have to add a little bit more pressure. But obviously the more you try and cut, the more you're going to use through your blades. It's just amazing. It's really easy to do. Do you have one that you can sort of get out and move about? Because this one is stuck in here.
Yeah,
so we can show like the different bits.
Yeah, definitely. You're going to get you get 2 blades with it, don't you?
You do get 2 blades.
And they are blades. Don't think one's a scoring tool and one's a blade. They are 2 blades. And again, I'm just probably lazy on mine. I usually leave my 2 blades like on and use them both together at once rather than just alternating them. But you can take them out if you want to take them out. The easiest way to do it, how can I say, is to go from the middle. The middle section here of this finger guard is the most flexible bit, so that will allow you to pop the blade out and then pop your new one back in like that. The further you go to the ends, the tighter the mechanism is, and it doesn't allow you to do that. So bear that in mind. Don't do what I do, which is put my fingers underneath to pull it out, put the new one back in and cut my fingers. Make sure if you're splitting it like that, you're going to put it in away from your fingers. But as Natalie said, we've got this extending arm here, and this comes out. It's got a little leg on it, so it sits flush with the top of the guillotine here, and it's flat all along. Great for you for using 12 by 12, great for using A3. It goes up to 17.25 inches. That is almost 44 centimeters, which is a huge amount. If I put it on the mat here, you can see it actually goes beyond the A3 mat. So it's really, really useful. It's quick, and as Natalie said, because it's got these markers on the blade as well here, and you've got all these markers here. I forgot
about the measurements as well on the measurements on the plastic bits, so you can make some really fancy things with it, can't you?
You can, yeah. And if you've not got dies, or you're not great with a knife and you want to cut an aperture, you can cut rectangular and square apertures on here. You can stop. You just use the markers that are here against the markers here in your card on the grid, and you can actually cut yourself a nice square or rectangular aperture. So it's really handy. It's got measurements just like everywhere. You can look at the measurements on there at the top, the middle, the bottom, the side. It's great, and it's got nice like kind of rubber feet here, so it will sit on your surface and not really jiggle around.
Someone just asked, I can't actually find the question who asked it, but someone asked, are the measurements clear to read? They really are, because it's like a really nice cream colour, and then all the measurements are in black with all your notches. It's really, really simple to use. It's definitely my favourite trimmer for sure, not just because it's the hunky dory trimmer, because we have lots of different sort of trimmers and guillotines in the office that we use and test out products with as well, but it is definitely my favourite trimmer to use. But when you get the trimmer at that incredible price and you've used it for a few months and your blades start to get a little bit rough around the edges and they start to just fray your cardstock a tiny little bit, what you will definitely need is our replacement trimmer blades. Now these replacement trimmer blades, you get 2 in a pack, but in this deal you're actually going to get 2 of each of these. So you're going to receive 4 trimmer blades for £6. So you're going to get 2 extra ones. I would definitely be putting these in your basket while they're on this good deal, because £6 you're going to get 2 packs of these. It's a really, really good deal, and you'll always need them. So it's something that even if you have them in the house for a couple of months and you don't use them, you've got them for when you do, and you've saved yourself some money. And that's the most important bit. Sheila, I think you've got the next couple of products.
I have, yes, I have indeed. And this is our fabulous glue gun, which we absolutely adore here. As you can see, do you know what? There are so many glue guns these days. I've got rechargeable ones at home. I've got battery operated ones. I always think you're going to get the best obviously heat from an electric glue gun. Even though they do get really, really hot and you have to be very careful and sensible when you're using them, these are the best, most powerful ones. Anything that goes into the electric gives you the best heat and gives those glue sticks the best chance of melting and staying hot while you use it. There's nothing worse. My battery one, it's all right for cutting things, but as soon as I've put the glue on, it's not getting to the temperature that an electric one will, so it tends to be cooling quicker, and then very often things will fall off, or I can't get them on while the glue is still hot. So I always swear by one that's got a plug-in and that is electric. As you can see, it's got a nice fine tip nozzle with rubber on here, so it protects you from the heat. The tip does get very hot at the end, obviously where the glue comes out, because it's metal, but you just, you need to use your common sense with that. It's ready to use in about 5 minutes or a little bit longer, and you can use it for all kinds of projects, whether it's using, wood, plastic, whatever you're doing, not just necessarily for card making. And also you get 2 glue sticks included. Be careful as well when you open your packaging, inside the packaging, and I can see it tucked in here at the bottom, and I'll show you there, this little metal piece. Now with my first one, I crazily threw it away in the packaging. That is your stand. So what you need to do, you can see it's triangular. At this point here, there's 2 little prongs and they are separated. There's a gap. What you have to do is kind of pull them apart with both hands, and they clip into this area here. So there's a hole on this side and there's a hole on that side, and you'll see there's a little kind of indentation as well near the hole, which means you can slide that stand back up when you're not using it and then pop it out while your gun is heating up. So don't throw that away. It's in your packaging somewhere. With this one, it's at the bottom, but you can see it kind of does move around a bit. It's on the side now, so look out for that. Don't throw it away. But this is an amazing price, £5.99 for a glue gun. Again, it's a tool. It's something you plug in and you're only going to use it for that purpose. You can't use a glue gun for anything else other than, melting the glue. Not only do we have that though, once you've used those 2 glue sticks that you get with it, you are going to need some more. So we've put a bundle together.
I can't believe how
this is crazy.
What a pack.
This is crazy because these are £5 for 4. That means you're getting 40. You're getting 60. Sorry, because there's 12 in a pack. You're getting. We've actually got 5 packs here of 10, not 4 of 12. Do excuse me. You're actually getting 6. No, there are 12 in, aren't there? 5 packs. Tell you, my maths rubbish.
5 times 12 is 60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I said 4 times 12. I said 48. There's 5 packs of 12, which is 60. Listen, I'm a crafter, I'm not a mathematician. That's why I work as a crafter making lovely things rather than behind a desk in a bank or as an accountant. So you're going to get 60 glue sticks for £5. That is insane. It's crazy. It's great. Now let me just tell you as well, when you get your glue gun, the sticks that come with it here are a bit more like frosty, opaque kind of in colours. You can see there, these are clear. It doesn't matter, they still all just melt into a clear glue, and then you can use them on whatever you want to. So look at the price.
I can't believe it.
Almost half price, short of 5 pence. £5 for 60. That's again a great super saver deal. The last little thing I'm going to show you before we go back to Natalie are our Premier Craft Tools. Again, embossing and shaping tool set. Now I have these, I carry them around with me all the time, and they're one of those tools that a bit like a nail file. You go, oh, I've broken a nail. You've got a nail file, you just grab it and you use it, and then that's it. It's not something that you use every day, but it's a vital tool. You are going to get 3 double-ended ball tools here. Now they've got this lovely soft handle, so it's really comfortable to hold. We've got 3 double-ended ones here with 6 different ended sizes. So you've got 2 and a 6mm on one of the tools, 3 and an 8mm on another of the tools, and then 8 and 12mm ball ends on the other tool. These are great for embossing, they're great for stenciling, shaping paper and cards. So if you cut, die cut flowers and things.
People who love decoupaging.
Definitely,
random
yeah,
decoupage.
absolutely. the largest one, which is absolutely huge. I mean, I honestly think with this one, you could probably play like the xylophone or a glockenspiel with that. It's a pretty big-ended tool there. So, again, perfect for shaping and rounding edges, making things just a little bit more sculpted. An absolute bargain. Again, these are great things to get for stocking fillers.
They really
Grab
are.
them, put them away, and then bring them out. And the beauty is that they all match as well. So for anybody that's just starting off, something like this, I mean, you would get all that. What was the glue gun in price? Emily, just remind me. £5.99. That would be like, would it be just around about £15, just over or something for all that?
Yeah.
You know, and then chuck in something else if you like, spending about £20 on people, and it's crafting. Any crafter will love these, even if they've got them, because they're consumables and we go through them. So grab those on those prices today while you can.
Great deals. Next up, this one's going to be perfect for people who are making wedding stationery and all things like that. This is this is our hammered card. And today it's half price, so it's normally £15.98, but we've got it, bringing it to you for the next week at £7.99. It contains 25 sheets of the ivory. I think you can tell the difference. If I hold it like this, you can. We've got 25 sheets of the ivory, which is just so pretty and classy, and when you're making, you know, important sort of documents or invitations, this is definitely a cardstock that you want to use. Then we've got the white one for people who like to have their products looking nice and clean and fresh when they're sending them out. So it's absolutely beautiful. I don't know if I can bring it forward and actually show you. Sheila might be best to do this on the overhead.
Yes.
Just how much sort of like effect you get on that. I really don't think you can see here. Can you see?
No, you can.
Can you see?
Oh,
now?
yes.
Oh,
yeah,
there you go.
that's
Got
good.
it.
Yeah.
It's so nice. It feels so good. But you get 50 sheets in here for the price of 25, so half price. For this week only, £7.99 for your hammered card. That is a great deal. The next one we've got for you is everyone's favourite here, our 3-in-1 die brush. So this brush is essential for any person who is a die cutter, uses dies in any way. You've got your brush on the top here, and then on either side you've got some little catches that you press down, and this releases the bits from the end, so they're not there all the time. So you don't just have like some of the tools that are like 2-in-1, 3-in-1. They're actually showing, so you can, you know, just getting it out from somewhere, you can harm yourself sometimes when you've got that needle sticking out. But these are enclosed in here, so it's really good to use because it's quite thick as well. It's really good for people who struggle with gripping things, because it's quite a big surface area. You've got the spatula on one side, the needle on the other, and then the brush. So if you're lifting your dies, if you're lifting gemstones, if you need to pop your dies out the release hole with the needle, and then for cleaning your dies you need to have the brush. So the 3-in-1 die brush, it's £7.50. It's just the best thing for die cutting. If you're die cutting and you don't have one of these, it's a real struggle. It really is. My mum was die cutting a few weeks back actually, and she said, I need one of those things that you've got because I just can't get these bits out. I was like, okay. It was before Christmas because I got her one for Christmas. It was her Christmas present, one of her Christmas presents. But again, a great thing for if you're starting off, because it's an essential tool that you will use pretty much every single day, I think.
Yeah, we use it all the time, don't we?
All the time. But if you're going to use your die brush and you're going to have a die brush to use, then how about some dies as well? We've got our Moonstone Sentiments dies. These are normally £9.99, but this week they are £4.99, and they are beautiful large dies, perfect for centerpieces on your cards. They've got some beautiful sayings as well. This one is, you are every nice word I can think of, and it has those really nice hearts sort of like around that die. But if you just want certain words from this, if you just want every, or you just want nice to mix and match and make your own sentiments, then you can trim these off from each other, and you've just got the words to use. Then we've got life was meant for good friends and great adventures. Have the time of your life. And you can see how big the dies are there. I would say they probably fit in the palm of your hand. That's how big they are. We've got all we need is each other. And then I think this is my favourite. When you can't find the sunshine, be the sunshine. This was definitely me yesterday in my bright yellow cardigan. So when you can't find the sunshine, be the sunshine. They're great sentiments. Like I say, they're going to work perfectly on your cards. Send in cards as just a little, hey, how are you doing? These sentiments are absolutely lovely. I would say they're essential dies to have in your stash, but they are 50% off for this week only. Instead of $9.99, they are $4.99. So you've got a choice there of all those 6 dies, and a really great price too. We've got this really cute card which uses the dies incorporated with some other dies. So it says, you are every nice word I can think of, and then it says, to a special auntie. So perfect for lots of different occasions, lots of different themes, some styles. But we're going to have it over to Sheila, and she's going to do a little bit of a demonstration using these dies.
I am. So I am going to use a 7x7 card blank. So I'm just chopping a little bit of mirri down first, and then a bit of the black that we've got on offer today, which I'm sure will be going pretty quick. So if you want to grab that, then get on board now and grab it while you can. So we're going to cut, I'm just going to check what that one was. I think that was 6 3/4. So we're going to go with 6 1/2 on this one. And again, using our trusty paper trimmer. Okay, so that will go on top of here like this. And then I'm going to take a lovely piece of this. Now, I'm guessing this is the Colour Me card, isn't it? Because it's really, really silky.
Like silky.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. So we're going to cut this down to just a little bit less than that one, I think. So I think we're going to go to 6 1/4. Now, for those of you who are going to use the trimmer for the first time, even though we get to the point where the measurements end, you've got to have a little pale section here where the mechanism is for the sliding extension arm. You still got the markings there in white, so don't panic, it is still there. You just have to look a little bit closer. So let's cut this down to 6 1/4, and then this is going to go in the middle of the card, and then I'm going to die cut. So we're going to have this onto here like this. So we've got our Ink Me card blank, we've got some silver mirror, we've got some of the fabulous black stamping card, and then we're going to have that lovely white in the middle. And then I'm going to take some more mirror and also the die, and we're going to use this one, which is Have the Time of Your Life, and we're going to cut it in silver, and we're also going to cut it in black as well. So let's just pop this off here as well. Now you will find that you've got double-sided tape on the die. Sometimes it sticks on your die, sometimes it sticks on your packaging, and if you want to keep it in your packaging and you find the tape has come off and you've had to throw it away, you can always use another little piece of double-sided tape on there. So we're going to pop this through the machine. I'm going to put it on that one because that one looks like it's a little bit more worn, and we'll just pull the Gemini over here a bit nearer to me, just to accommodate my short arms, and we'll pop that on there. And
I saw yesterday that Gemini are now selling the folder by itself.
Really?
Yes.
Perfect.
I'm gonna get Joanne to get us a new one.
Yeah, we could do with a new one. It's
used this up so much.
we've used this a heck of a lot, haven't we?
I'm sure people aren't supposed to use it on a daily basis, but we definitely do.
Oh my
and
goodness,
more than
yeah.
one.
And we've started like nipping back in, haven't we, as well, rather than
It's
going
so
to use the electric
handy.
one. We're like, I'll just slip into
handy.
into the Facebook room and grab that. So let's just get all those bits off there. But you can see how, look at that. It's like, ooh.
And they are supposed to be attached together as well.
Yeah.
I don't know how it broke.
We've actually broken it apart, but you know what?
Broken it.
We don't care. We still use it.
It still works, and it works so well.
Does work. So we've cut that out of the lovely black stamping card, and then what we're going to do as well, we're going to cut it out of Miri too. So let me get my die brush and get my pokey tool, pop these bits out. Now that's stuck on there because I've left the double-sided tape on, but that's not a problem. That will just come off there. Okay, all the bits are out of there. So let's cut this now out of silver. And again, I'll do it like I did before, where I put it on that mat, because I think that is the one that's been used for cutting a bit more. And again, and these are quite flexible, these plates anyway, aren't they? So they just kind of wrap themselves around your die. And it does do a lovely cut. And I like the suction things on the bottom, like the little suckers that hold on to you.
I think this might have to be a treat at some point.
Yeah, it is. Somebody was asking me about it the other day, and I can't remember who it was. It might have been someone. Who was it? I don't know. Somebody asked me about it the other day, though, about getting one. Right, so let's just piece this together. So it's going to be quite simple, but I'm going to add a few little stars on it as well from our glitter collections. So it'll be quite simple, quite fresh, but again it's quite nice, I think. So we're going with Miri, silver Miri. We're going with some of that lovely black stamping card, which has got a matte finish. And as Natalie said, if you've got some of our embossing ink and you've got some white powder, the white really works so nicely on the black, doesn't it?
And also, some people probably wouldn't think about this because it's black, but using your Prism watercolour pencils on your black cardstock, because it's not like a pen and the ink doesn't like melt into the cardstock as much. With pencils, it kind of sits on top. You can get a really, really nice colouring effect.
Definitely.
Using your watercolour pencils on there.
You can. It's lovely. It's really nicely. Okay, so let's pop this on here. So again, just simple matting and layering of squares. And it always looks lovely when you do that. And that, honestly, that cardstock, I'm pressing it down. It's already stuck, but I'm just loving the feel of that. It's so smooth. It's
really, really
and
smooth.
Silky. It's really, really nice. Right, so what you can do here, you've got two choices now. Because if you've cut them out of the two different kinds of paper, so if you've cut them from Miri and you've cut them from black, it's up to you which way you do it. You can do it like that, so you've got the black shadow behind, or you can turn it the other way and you can do it with the silver shadow. So again, it's really nice either way. I want to do the black and I want to do the silver on top. So I'm going to grab where is my, let me just have a rummage in here, see if I've got it. Here it is, my little crafting glue pen. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put it on here. I love this because it doesn't matter how long it's been sat in your case or your bag, it comes out every time, and I love that. So I'm going to just dip this in and just pop in the ends and the bigger letters. I feel like doing it with this, it just grabs a little bit better, not better, but easier than it does with the construction glue, because the construction glue
super stringy, isn't it?
Is stringy. And what happens is you end up with the strings, and though you can pull them off after, sometimes if you've got intricate bits, you'll find that the strings get like trapped a little bit behind and you can't get them out. So I really like the craft glue for that reason. Okay, so, and I think it's a little bit less, what's the word? Sometimes if the construction glue gets onto your Miri,
oh yeah,
you can't always clean it off.
You can act fast and sort of wipe it down, but if you leave it for too long, then it does leave a mark, doesn't it?
Whereas you can actually usually take it off there. So let's move it just slightly, I think, to the right. So we're just getting that tiny bit of shadow on there, like that. Now what I found in my drawers at home, I was having a root around in a tidy, and I found a really old brayer. And I've started now, like with something like this, where I've got very intricate dies, put a piece of copy paper over the top, and then I've just rolled my brayer over it, and it's just made sure it's flattened down and held in place. Right, so we've just got half the time of your life there. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take my glue pen, get my glue to the end. I'm just going to dot tiny bit of glue here and there, just like this, and I'm going to put one or two of my little stars on. So I'm going to grab some of our beautiful little stars that we have in our glitter packs, and obviously if they don't grab onto the glue, or 2 or 3 of them come out at once, it doesn't matter, because when I tip the card up they'll only grab onto the glue. So if there are extra stars on, then it doesn't matter, like there's one there that's just appeared. So let's pop that one on there, and I'm just going to do them ever so sparsely on here, so that they're just, the good thing is if you're just using 1 or 2 of them, you can just actually slide them over the glue. They really do just grab onto there. So again, it's just keeping it really clean and just letting the die with the sentiment on do all the work, like that. And we just do 1 or 2 more. And again, your glue dries clear, so you don't see it once it's dry, which is the best thing ever. And I like these little stars because they're not just silver, they're almost like cut out of rainbow mirror. They're not, because they're cut out of some like plastic, but they've still got that that lovely finish on them. So let's pop. Keep thinking I've picked one up and then I get down there and I haven't. We've got one more to put on there. There we go.
It's very cute.
Let's grab that. And again, that's really, really simple, but I think, you know what, I need one just at the bottom there, right at the very bottom. I felt like that was missing something there. Okay, well, let's pop those back in the pot so we don't waste them. And just put the lid on so I don't knock it over and it goes everywhere. But that's it. I'm just keeping that simple. I'm just letting that die do the work. And of course, that black card just gives it that lovely little shadow as well. And you can see that behind as we turn it round. But quite nice and simple.
It is so lovely. I like that. The little stars on the background as well just add to the sentiment. Very, very nice.
Thank you.
Next up is our screw hole punch multi-buy. So we have here our anywhere screw hole punch and that punch it pad. There we go, we'll bring it in shot for you. So this screw hole punch is really cool. As you can see, it looks like a screwdriver, but on the end you have 3 little punches, 3 different sizes. You have 2mm, 3mm and 4mm that you can just pop inside the end here. They're all stored in the top section of your screw hole punch, and then you literally, it's, the clue is in the name, you can put this anywhere and create hole punches. So if you're making big projects or you're making scrapbooks and you're wanting to have loads of holes down one side, but obviously the punches that you have don't fit, or using just a regular hole punch doesn't work for you, then this is perfect because you can literally add holes anywhere you want to. And with this punch it pad, it kind of works like the dots to diamonds that we showed you with Anne-Marie on Friday's show last week, that they have little sort of dots on each of the pages, each of the images, and then you hold the screw hole punch over the top and you can sort of punch it out like that. So some examples of how it works are here. So this is one using your inks and your glitter card, but if you can see really closely, these are actually hole punched out using the different sizes that you get in your pad. This one is another really pretty example, and you can see there how the pages would look, because this is the size just in white, and then you have this beautiful artwork which you can punch out with your screw hole punch. There's lots of different things that you can do with it as well, like instead of punching them out, maybe using embossing powders on them to create lovely backgrounds like this one that Rachel did. But you can get super fun with the colours that you use, with the inks that you use, because it's all on white ink me. So you can add lots and lots of colour onto your backgrounds, create funky cards like this one here. You can do, there's little flowers in there as well that you can make. And this one's probably one of my favourites. The outside frame and the hello text that's written in there that you can punch out. This has used some glitter, Miri, and some of our glimmer mists just to jazz that up and finish it off. There's absolutely loads that you can make with this, and just with the punch pad, with the screw hole punch on its own as well. It's a great sort of starting point, and it's something that you've got all the tools there. You've got the pad, you've got the punch, so you just need maybe a few card blanks, and you can make cards straight away with this one. So it's $12.99 instead of $19.99 for that Premier Craft Tools screw hole punch multi-buy. Next up, Sheila's got it. It's our stamping press.
Yes, it is. Just going back to the screw hole punch, Natalie, do you remember when we got that and it first came out and we were putting lights behind all the holes and things in frames? We were going mad.
Stuff.
We were just, and all you could hear in the office was choo-choo, choo-choo. You were doing it, I was doing it, I think James was doing it, there were a couple of others doing it, and the office staff were going, when is it going to stop? When is it going to stop? And when we finished, we were like Popeye with muscles like this. So grab hold of that, you'll love it, it's really fun. But on to something else here, our stamping press. And the extra magnets. Now, when you may have seen one of my shows on Create Craft where I actually put the magnet, I got it stuck between the plates of the die cutting machine. I had no idea, and I believe people shouting at telly, you've got your magnet in between the plates, but I didn't know that wouldn't go through the machine. And I actually damaged it quite a bit, and I was a magnet down, and then obviously we started getting them in separate packets. So this is perfect, and it also gives you that extra bond to your stamping press because it's magnetic. So as you can see on here, you can get this bundle instead of £33.98, you can get it for £24.99, which is amazing.
Such a good deal.
It's great. This has really revolutionised our stamping, hasn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
Definitely. I was stamping at home yesterday. I didn't have my stamping press. It was here, like on my desk. And I was thinking, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to go back to acrylic block, and I was stamping detail stamps. What if it doesn't work? This takes all the work out of it for you because it doesn't matter.
And the stress as well.
Oh gosh,
you don't have to stress about it.
Exactly, because you can just go straight back to what you stamped. If it doesn't work, you can do it 100 times. It will always go back down in the same place. It's really, really helped us because the top section comes off as well. It's not hinged. If you want to, you can use this section on its own because it's got the measurements, grid marking on there. You get instructions on the back as to how to do it. It's got like a rubberized back or a foam back, so it helps stick to the table. It's easy to use. You can use extra low tack tape if you want to as extra security for your cardstock. You can use it both ways as well, can't you? You can use it landscape,
you can use it.
Or portrait, and you can turn it and use it the opposite way around. It's really, really good.
And although it's quite small in size, it doesn't mean that you can't use like A4 cardstock either.
No,
because depending on how you position your cardstock, you can still stamp onto a larger sheet. You don't just have to use small sheets like you would think, because it is quite, what did you say, A4? It's a little bit over A4, isn't it?
It's A5. Let's see, the stamping bed is actually 8.65 by 6.5. That's the size of the stamping bed, so it's quite good. You can get A5 cards, A5 on here, but as you said, Natalie, because it's not hinged, you can move your card along like that way and that way, because you've only got like a raised edge here, like where you put your card up to for a nice secure stamping image, but the rest of the way you can move it along and turn it around. It's really, really useful. And you can wipe it down as well. You've got your magnets, clear top. It's easy to just carry around with you. And so many people have got it. There's so many on the market now, but a lot of people are saying they like this one best. It's the best one in their opinion and our opinion, because it's not hinged. So you can take the top plate off completely. And now, because you're getting the magnets in that bundle as well, it's great because you can put one in each corner of your cardstock. So grab this, again, another great Christmas present.
It's a great deal.
It's a big chunky stamping press, so grab that one.
These things like the trimmer and the stamping press, they're things you're going to use all the time. They're essential to your crafting, so while they're on these incredible deals, it's definitely one that you can't miss out on. Next up, we've got some of our really nice brush lettering stamps here. So these are our A7 lettering stamps. The idea behind these is for people who aren't 100% comfortable with brush lettering and using your brush markers for calligraphy and things like that. You can stamp these in a really pale ink. One of our Prism inks will work perfectly because they are water-based as well. And then it gives you this really faint outline where you can see like the really faint line in the lettering. That's what's going to stamp onto your image, and then you can use your brush markers, use the lining as a guide and create really nice sort of fake brush lettered sentiments. So you've got love, you've got thanks, and I love this one. You've got hello, you've got dream. They are just incredible for your stamp cards. Sometimes the sentiments that you have are a little bit small, you want to sort of mix and match, create like a bigger centerpiece with your sentiment. So these are going to be perfect. You've got a choice of 4 there. They're A7 in size, but they're really, really big. And they're only £2.50. £2.50.
Oh,
mine and Sheila's hot chocolates we had this morning were more expensive than that.
Yeah.
They were full works, marshmallows and everything.
Yeah, you were delicious.
However, £2.50. It's a bargain. I would be getting all of these in my basket if I was you. That's an incredible price. We've got time for one more demo before we pick our Win It Weekly competition. Are we going to say that we've closed that now, Emily? Yeah, we're gonna close that for now so we can look through all the comments and pick the people out. But let's head over to Sheila and then we'll announce those winners shortly.
Thank you. So what we're going to do, a bit of stamping, a tiny bit of die cutting, and also we're going to use some of that beautiful hammered card from the second set of Super Saver deals that Natalie showed to you. We've got white and we've got cream that comes in the same pack, which is lovely. And what I've done, I've taken a piece, it's A4 in size, so I've cut it to be like a DL card, if you like. So this is 4 inches, just over 4 inches. 4 inches. I've cut it at 4 inches and then cut off the excess that I don't need. So I'm going to make a landscape card. Now what I've done, we don't normally do this, we don't normally put like cream and white together, but what I thought I would do is I would put, have a cream base, and then we're going to do white on top, and then we're going to do a little bit more of the cream on top. What I want to do as well,
it's quite nicely together.
It does actually. I've got a panel here in the white, and I've cut it because what I want to do is stamp and heat emboss one of those lovely stamps on here. So we're going to do the one that says hello because I think this would work really well. So let's take that off there. We're going to bring in the stamping press because obviously I want to pop it just on there, and I've cut it off at a bit of an angle. So let's grab my dirty, filthy.
It's not as bad as Rachel's.
And Rachel's is terrible, isn't it?
It might be. It might just be. I'm not sure, Emily. What do you think?
No, Rachel's is worse.
Rachel's worse.
Rachel's is dirty, like down at this on this bit, whereas mine is dirtier on the top, I think. But I love it.
It's well loved.
It's used.
It is. It's well loved, well used, and you know, that's what it's all about. So we're going to pop hello onto there. I've used one magnet just because I've got a thin slip of paper, and if I put my magnets on as well, well, it will go there actually. It'll be fine there. It'll be fine there. So what we're going to do is, right, so we just press there and that will lift up the stamp. What I want to do is heat emboss using a bit of gold. So I'm going to get everything ready. Heat gun is in. ink is at the ready, so we're going to use some VersaFine. So obviously that is fine there, that's picked it up. So let's get some ink onto here, like that.
This is a really cool thing that you're doing here actually, because, and I don't know whether a lot of people will know this, but you're using just the regular black VersaFine here, aren't you?
Yes, yeah.
And it does take a little bit longer to dry than normal ink, which means you can use it to heat emboss. You don't have to use the embossing ink. And if you've ever tried heat embossing, sometimes using the clear ink is really difficult because you can't see where you've stamped or if you've missed anything.
Exactly.
If you're heat embossing in like a gold or a silver or something that's a bit darker and it doesn't matter what's underneath it, then using a black ink is like a kind of like a little trick.
It is, yeah, definitely.
And it just finishes it off.
It does.
And it works a dream.
I never actually realised this until I saw, I think it was our lovely Barbara was actually heat embossing with the VersaFine, sorry. And I was like, are you heat embossing on there? She said, yeah, I always use VersaFine for heat embossing. I was like, really? She said, yeah, well, I never knew that because it's like a solvent-based ink. So I didn't think it would actually stay wet enough, wet for long enough, but it does, and it does a really good job. And as Natalie said, if you're using, say if you were using the black stamping card and you use VersaFine, you wouldn't see it.
No.
And that's where our little embossing ink comes in handy, because then you can see it on the black. So we've got our little hello on there. Right, so what we're going to do now, I'm going to bring a bit of ink in because I wanted to show you how nice the ink is when you use it on the hammered card. So I've got a piece of the hammered card here. Now if I grab let's use some of the, no, I've actually used blackcurrant jam for some of the flowers I've already done, I think. So let's grab some Camellia Pink. I think I already used blackcurrant jam. If I didn't, we can change it. Now with the hammered card, you might not be able to see the hammered effect there, but if I do this, you can see how nice it is on there. Okay, it's really, really nice on there. If I do another colour, so let's grab this one, because I think it might have been the Camellia Pink I used after all on my, oh yes it was. So the less you put on, the more hammered the effect comes through. Okay, so
It's a nice little techniquey idea though.
it is.
You know when you just stamp and then you spray water and it gives you that sort of like dotted look where it lifts the colour off the cardstock?
Yes, yeah.
Kind of like that, but without having to use water.
Yeah, definitely. Now if I show you there where I've done it more, you get less, I think you get less effect than what you do if you do it lighter like I've done here. Okay, so let's just pop those sponges onto there like that, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut a couple of flowers out just to show you how that works as for your die cuts. So let's just grab this. So I think we've already used that one, so we're going to grab some of the flowers out of our little die sets, our trusty die sets that we always have here. I'm going to just grab all those bits off that plate and put those in the bin because we don't want anything to obstruct that. And then what we'll do is we will cut, let's do this one. Okay, so let's cut this one. So we'll do the 3 flowers that match. So we've got that one, and the little one. These are going to go onto here, like that, and then we'll just, you can tape them down if you want to. I'm not going to bother, I'm just going to chuck them through. Worst comes to worst, they will actually be not covered in pink ink. Let's just grab up the machine as well, and we'll pop this through here, and we'll cut these like that, and then we will have 3 different sized flowers which we can put on top of each other. I've already done some. This has been really nice to use the hammered card, just because 20 odd years ago, when I was first using die cutting machines and things, hammered card was the thing. It was the the luxurious cardstock that everyone used for wedding invitations, and still do.
Yeah, they do.
Still like to have wedding invitations done with hammered card, and like gold or silver foil or mirror card, just to make it look that bit more exquisite as it's a wedding. Okay, so what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to build these layers up. I'm going to keep it cream and white. The only coloured things are going to be my flowers, and I will just add a tiny bit of colour to the word hello. So we're not taking any of that lovely effect away from the hammered, but just by using the flowers we can show you how nicely it will look with some ink on there as well, and it will bring out the texture, which is where you would have texture actually on the flowers. Let's just grab that off there and that off there. So, and remember, this is strong enough to make your card blanks with as well.
Yeah, if you want like super fancy cards.
Definitely. So we'll put this one flat, because otherwise if we build them all up, you'll not be able to get it in an envelope. So this one will go on flat, and then our tag will go on with the word hello, will go on top on pads. And I am just going to grab a pen just to add a little bit of colour to this, and we'll just use, I'm going to grab a light green. That's perfect, I think, just because we've got some green going on here. And this is really nice using the brush markers, because if you've embossed,
it gives you that like edge, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
It's it's like the barrier in bowling.
It is, yeah, you're right. So if you're rubbish at bowling, or you're a child,
yeah, it's not going to run out of those lines.
No, and if you go over them, it doesn't matter, because the water-based pen's going to repel the actual ink, and as well makes it look like you're really good at doing the fancy brush lettering, which I am not. I know Natalie's good, I know Anne-Marie's good. It's not something I've really gone into. I'd rather do a little bit of construction, I think, rather than do the writing. And we did so much writing at school, because you don't write really now, do you? Just do it on computers. No. I did so much writing at school that I think I'm all done with writing, to be honest. Okay, there we go. So that's just brought that green into it. So that will go on some pads, and we can put that onto, let's just do it like that. That will be fine for now. It's just to, okay, so we've got hello on here. This is going to go at this end like that, and then with the flowers that we've done with the hammered card that's got ink on, we're just going to pop some of these on, and a little bit of foliage using our favourite dies that I'd already cut. Let's just lift up the petals, give it a little bit of shape, and then we'll get some of these little leaves on as well. So these are my favourites. I absolutely adore these.
I love them.
It's like fern and stuff. I really do love it. So let's pop
a very nice springy tropical theme to this card.
Yeah, and again, it's not really difficult, and it's quite simple, really. But just using your inks for a change, and adding it to the hammered card, it's really quite nice. I'm going to tuck that under there, so that just sits there. We've got some other little leaves here, so let's pop that one there, and don't worry about where you're putting them, because the flowers are going to sit on top. So even though they are just placed randomly like this, we can pop that one in a minute, because we've got like this little flower here as well. So let's get our flowers on. So again, this one will go here. In fact, you could really get away with just having one on there, but I'm gonna put some more on. So I'll just do a big lump of construction glue. And again, this is where your glue gun would probably be really handy for
it would
you.
be super handy, wouldn't it?
Because, in fact, I might not put the third flower on. I might just leave that one, we'll see. Because I think if I put it, what do you think if I put it? It's not quite sitting right there, is it?
No,
with a bit of foliage.
You do have
so
the extra foliage though.
let's have this. What, to that flower at the end, or just to this bit here?
Yeah.
I like it.
But I do like it how you've got
just
it with
like
the
that
two flowers
end there
and
because we can pop
and
that
having all
there.
the foliage is really nice. It's so pretty.
And let's just pop that there. So the final thing to do on here, just because we've got two flowers, we need to add, I think we need to add a gem in the middle. Either, let's go with gold, just because we have used gold embossing powder and it will just tone that in nicely. So I think we'll pop one there. We'll pop a smaller one here, like that. And then let's just grab 3 of those. In fact, we'll put them here. We'll do 1, 2, 3. So it just lifts that lovely triangular corner there, like that. And there you go. And we'll
That
hold
is
that up
absolutely
to the
beautiful.
front. And then you
I
can
love that.
see how simple it is. It looks quite extravagant,
so
but it's not
pretty.
difficult,
No,
is it?
it's really not difficult.
You can do that, and
but
with
it's
your
so
inks.
pretty.
Yeah, use your ink to
I
mark
love
on
it.
the card.
Absolutely love it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Shields.
Thank
That would cheer
you.
anyone up receiving that. So let's announce the winners of our Win It Weekly competition. The question this week was, what is the symbolic colour of Lent? Is it A, red, B, violet, or C, gold? The answer is B, violet.
Oh.
Violet is the traditional colour associated with Lent, which is the 40-day period that comes after Ash Wednesday and ends on Easter Sunday. So Rachel was actually right. The colour that the priests wear from last Wednesday to, was it last Wednesday? I think it was.
Yeah,
from
it was,
last
yeah.
Wednesday up to Easter Sunday is purple. And they wear the different coloured robes depending on the different festivals that are going on throughout the church. So Rachel was right. But yes, it's violet. So congratulations to everyone who got that answer correct. But let's see who the 5 lucky winners are. Well done, Doreen Richings, Sharon Major, Kate Baker, Paula Bell and Cheryl Amanda Campbell. You are the 5 lucky ladies who are going to be winning those fantastic stamps. If you send us a private message, we will get those out to you as soon as we have your details. So congratulations on winning this week's Win It Weekly.
Woo!
But we're not finished yet because it's Friday, so let's spin the wheel. It's here, it's ready. I really hope someone wins a prize rollover because we've got a massive box ready to go. It's so exciting. For anyone who's new to watching us, we're going to spin this wheel. It has loads of different prizes that you can win on it. We're going to give you a minute to comment absolutely anything, and then Emily in the office is going to pick someone to win that prize straight away. So let's get straight in with it because I really want it to be prize rollover.
No.
But let's see.
Oh,
That was a big spin.
it's a huge spin.
Is it gonna turn? It's close. It's close, but it is a Premier Craft tool. And that could be any Premier Craft tool of your choice, which is so exciting. You could win the trimmer, the stamping press, the scoreboard, the guillotine, absolutely anything that comes under the Prism, the Premier Craft Tools range. You could be winning, and it's your choice. So whoever wins, get your comments in, people, because you can win anything. And the Premier Craft Tools are more of the expensive things as well, really.
Yes, they are. I mean, like the punches and even the storage.
Even
the storage is under that as well, isn't it?
storage,
Like the
yeah.
boxes and things. So, ooh, nice prize.
So exciting. So get your comments in. We've got a minute left for you to comment. Comment, honestly, anything that you want, because someone is going to win one of those amazing prizes. You can pick whatever you want from our range of tools, and then we're going to send it out to you possibly today, so you'll get it on Monday. How exciting is that? Okay, a few things to tell you before we leave you for the weekend. This Sunday at 12 noon and 3:45, Pauline is going to be on Create and Craft. We have an incredible back in stock show with our pearl gemstones. There's some glitter rolls on there as well. Some of our pads that you might have used up are going to be on an incredible deal, so do not miss out. 12 and 3:45 with Pauline this Sunday. We're going to add the craft knife to the rollover box, because someone is going to win that very, very soon, and it's going to be jam-packed full with so many goodies. So that's going to go in our box. And then Monday's show is going to be super exciting, because not only do we have a really, really good thing that we're bringing back to you, which we can't wait because last time it was crazy, but Dan's back.
Yay!
He's been at home doing some work because he's been so behind with stuff that he said, that's it, I'm going to have to work from home. But I did speak to him yesterday, and he was on the phone to Max. Max was on the phone to me. So I presume he might still have lots of bits to do, but we're very excited to see him. So he will be with you with Sheila on Monday at 10 a.m. for a very, very exciting show. Do we have a winner, Emily?
We do.
Are you going to announce it?
Yeah, the winner is Vanessa Kelly.
Vanessa Kelly, congratulations, you're the winner of our Spin the Wheel. So did she say what she'd like to win?
I think it was a stamping.
Was it a stamping press? Was it a trimmer?
I've lost a comment.
Get your message to us. Send in a message with your address and whatever tool that you would like. We're going to get that out to you today. It's been a great show. A really, really good show. It's been great having you all joining us, all of your amazing comments. But we hope you have a really fantastic weekend. And we will see you back here on Monday for a very special show.